Okay, hello and welcome to my channel. So in this particular video I'm going to talk about rest assured. So what we are going to do is, like, I'm going to use this particular API uh, for the, we are going to trigger this API using rest assured. And in this particular video I'm just going to talk about the status code. We are just going to validate these ones. Okay, so if you see, I have two APIs with me, so I'm going to use this get API and this post API for the triggering. Okay, so just in general terms, like, how do we basically test the API on the postman? So we are going to look into that one for in this video. So this particular API, I have it on my local host, so I'm just running it from here. You can use any particular API which you have with yourself. So if you see, a get API basically won't have any body. It will be just having either the, this is the basically this is the path parameter, the movie, and this is the query parameter. Okay, so whatever is coming after the question mark, that will be the query parameter for us, and whatever is coming over here, the URL, that will be a piece URL. Okay, and yeah, if you can see, this is my body. If I'll just let me just trigger it once again for you. So this is the body that I have, and I'm just gonna look at the status code for this particular scene right now. Okay, so let me also show you the post API. So basically there's just one difference with the post API, is that, we are going to also send the body with the post API, and in the header, if you see the uh, content type, what content type you're gonna send, that is very important. So you make sure you're always taking care of this. In this particular API I'm using application slash JSON. So maybe if you are using any, if there's a API where you need to upload the files, so in that case you need to use multi-part files and all. So we are going to look at that in the later stages, but for now let's focus on this one. So I'm going to show you which dependency are we going to use for the rest assured, and we'll just get started then. So I have already done a setup for myself. Okay, so here I'm using rest assured dependency. Okay, I'm on version 5.3.0, so you can check yours and maybe get the latest one. This is a JSON path, so we are not going to use it in the first video, but you'll need it in the later stages, so just get it downloaded as well. Then we have this again, IO rest assured, then JSON schema validator. This is also required for our validations, and there's one more thing, which is hemcrest. So make sure you add this as well. Okay, this will be needed for our validation purposes. Alright, so let's get started. Just create a class. I already have it with me. Okay, so I'm gonna use test-ng for this one. Okay, if you see, I'm here, I have imported the this rest assured in this particular file. I have also imported the static functions of rest assured. So I'll show you where do we need it. Okay, so let me just write down. So first of all, I'm starting with the get API. So let's get API is this one, the, if you see, it's a movie one. So let me just take it. So let me create a function, cross public void and test. Right. Okay, so first of all, whenever you're starting your API automation, you're gonna use the base URI. Okay, so here my base URI is this. So let me just copy it, and so we need to give rest assured and then dot base URI equal to, and then just, I think I need to add this as well. Yeah, this is my base URI. Now basically rest assured does have three functions on which it functions. So given, and then we have when, then we have then. So these three functions, these three functions are basically coming from the static rest assured. Okay, all right. So if I'll just let me just comment it out, then you will see the errors over here. It won't let me do any functionality. Okay, if you hover on it, you'll see where is it coming from. Okay, so make sure always, you need to make sure that there should be this static function should also be imported when you are doing the rest assured automation. All right. So here I have used given, and then so basically why do we use it? Given, we are just providing all the details. So like here in this get API, I need to give the query parameter. Okay, if we are hitting if we are hitting the post API, in that case we are going to use the body as well as the headers. Okay, then we have when. So for when keyword, I'm going to use for when keyword, we are going to tell that which kind of method I'm going to hit: get, put, post, delete. Okay, and I'm also going to give the path parameter here. In the then, I'm going to do the validation, whatever validation needs to be done. Okay, so let's start with this given. Need to give what? Query parameter. Okay, so here if you see in my query parameter, I have ID and the value is equal to 1. So let's just give that one. Okay, given query parameter. Okay, let me just tell it now that this is a get API, and my path parameter is basically this one. Let me copy it. All right, this is my path parameter. Then what do I need to do the validation for? So dot then I'm going to use, so if you see here, we have a function called dot then sorry, I think I'm not using the dot over here. Yeah, assert that. Okay, and as I said, I'm just going to use the status code for this one. So let's use that. Okay, so this is basically what my API looks like. I have given the base URI, I have given the path parameter, I have given the query parameter. That's all we need to trigger the get API. So let's try this one. So if you're running it for the first time, it might take some time because it's going to download all the dependencies for you. Okay, so if you see, this is passed, but I'm not seeing anything like what kind of API, like what happened behind actually, right? I'm not logging anything, right? What is my response? I need to look into that one as well. So in this case, what you can do is you can just use dot. Let's do one thing. Let me just get the over here. I'm going to use the log and then all. Okay, let's try with this one. What happens if I give the log just after the given? Yeah, if you see, this is basically given shown me, this is basically logged for me that what is basically that you have sent, so it has given me, see, now it has properly appended everything for me, the base URI, then the path parameter, the query parameter, the type of method this API is, everything has been appended, but I want to see the result as well. I'm not getting the result what this particular API has sent as a response. So over here I'm going to hit the enter again, and I'm going to give log. I need to log the response as well. Okay, yeah, as you can see now it's logging the response as well for me. So this is what I'm seeing on my Postman as well, and I'm getting the exact same details over here as well. So done, right? And it is also showing me that your status code was 200, so that's why it has marked this test cases passed. Okay, cool. This was your get API. Now let's quickly go ahead and do it for the post API as well. Okay, public void, and then let me just say post. I'm going to use the same class. If you need, you can use a different class as well over here. Okay, and I'm just gonna copy this URI from here and I'm gonna paste it here. If you want, you can just make it as global and you can use it anywhere in your class, but for now, just for the understanding purpose, I'm going to use it. I'm gonna paste it. Okay, so this is my post API. So if you see here, as I mentioned, my content type will be important. I need to pass that as well. Okay, and body is obviously I need the body what. Okay, what needs to be added to my database. So okay, let's start. So the given will remain same. We'll be using given what. I don't have query parameters here. I do have body, right? So body, how am I going to pass it? Just give the double quotes and copy it from the Postman and just paste it over here. Okay, so this is basically adding all the backslashes for you, but this is just for the Java understanding that okay, which is inside the double quotes, and how do I need to use this double quotes inside the double quotes. So it is just for the Java's understanding. You can ignore this. All right, then I'm going to use what, as I mentioned earlier as well, we need to use the header. Okay, okay, and now what, I have given the body, I have given the header. Let's come to when. This is a post, and I think I'm using products. Okay, products. Then let me add the log as well. Over here also I need to add the logs. Okay, log has been added, and what do I need to assert? I can basically copy the same thing. Okay, I don't need to worry about anything else apart from the status code right now. So if I'm gonna run this particular class, so it is going to basically trigger two test cases for me. One is for the get API, the other one is for the post API. Yeah, if you can see, the total test runs were 2 and pass 2. Okay, get API one we have already seen. So from here, if you see post localhost, this has been appended properly. And yeah, this was the body which I had sent, and in the response, as I'm sending the same thing, basically whatever the user is trying to add, I'm sending the same thing. So you can see, yeah, I'm getting the same details over here as well. So this was it. Here we have just done it for the status code. Right now in the coming classes, I'm gonna show you how to automate the responses, like how to do various validation on the responses, and then how to create the Pojo files. Then how do we use the Jackson APIs. So lots of things are going to come up. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and also hit the like button. Okay, thank you.